Let's ride together, we can take the world now. Let's move together, we can spread the world now. Take you all over this globe and the ends now. Aye, aye, aye. Together we can grow, we can climb the ladder. Together we can build, we be strong forever. Together we can fly, this battle is over. Aye, aye. We just the Jabulani, Hakuna Matata, we celebrated. No worries forever. Let's ride together, we can take the world now. Let's move together, we can spread the world now. Take you all over the globe and the ends now. Aye, aye, aye. Together we can grow.
Today's episode of A Day in Your Neighborhood brings us to the city of Ikeja, Maryland, Lagos State, Nigeria. Ikeja, originally settled in by the Yoruba people, was raided for slaves until the mid-19th century. Early in the 20th century, it became an agricultural hinterland for Lagos as Nigeria's first colonists were grown in this area. The opening of the Lagos-Ibadan Railway in 1901 and the growth of Lagos as a port transformed Ikeja into a residential and industrial suburb of the city, and in 1976, Ikeja became the capital of Lagos State. As part of our intentions to create a parallel and equal opportunity for artisans and craftsmen to showcase their God-given skills to the rest of the world, we visited the Cane Village in Mende, Maryland. This village houses craftsmen that specialize in various forms of cane and wood weaving, which take different shapes and forms.
A beautiful sight it is here at the Cane Village in Mende, Maryland, Lagos, Nigeria. The village which houses several furnitures made from cane, just like the tables, the chairs, the baby cots, the wine carriers, the flower vases, and the flower pots are expressions of the rich African culture and heritage. Apart from these lovely artistic designs made from cane, these canes can be used for different things. But without wasting much time, let's get right into it already. Welcome to another exciting episode of A Day in Your Neighborhood. And my name is Choma Chukuduma. Don't go anywhere.
Love Work Plus website.
Welcome back. Chair caning history goes way back, as the craft of chair caning have been practiced for centuries and is still a viable craft today that is experienced all over the world. Now, chair caning became more popular and extensively used through the 1700s into the early parts of the 1900s, making chair caning the techniques and the materials haven't changed much in all those years, as just a few materials are required to repair the cane sets. Now, chair caning is a craft that nearly anyone can get a hold of with just a little patience and tenacity. Right away, we will be meeting with the chairman of the Cane Weavers Association of the Cane Village to tell us more about the history of the Cane Village and more about the processes of which these beautiful artistic designs are made. Now, join me as I meet the chairman of the Cane Weavers Association.
We were well received by the chairman of Cane Weavers Association, Mr. Mack, who gave us unhindered access to the village. And to kickstart this tour, the chairman of the association gave us first-hand history of the cane village.
This cane work, cane business is being found by Urobo man from Delta State. There was Ben there, but now it's not Delta. The man is an ex-serviceman who told me by name. Then after the war, he settled here in Maryland under Onigobo, the Ekerele family. Then the cane village at that time, they were doing this at the center of Maryland here, that Maryland opposite that primary school and St. Agnes, and that's what they were doing there. So before they now shift to this side, to under the bridge here. So that time, the just only few of them doing this work that time. Then they were doing chair, calling bedded chair. Bedded chair. So at that time, when they finish the chair, they will now hawk, they'll carry the chair down to Ikoyi, VI, to all these European people, or you go there to be hawking them from street to street by then. As time goes on, they will be growing. So we now come to this new bond there. So they now brought on this system. Therefore, they will now modernize this one to another level. That's why you can see other different designs. The raw material, they are not much here in Lagos. You only see it in one place, which is Ekpe. Apart from Ekpe, no other place again. Here in Lagos. The other place is Edo. Then you get a lot of materials surplus there. The Delta, you get from there. Port Harcourt, that's a river, you get from the other side. Then Bayelsa, this is the area you get this material. Instead of we to be labor and sell to Delta and big material, we have our suppliers. Those people we buy from, they give us the material. So they form their own groups, which is the cake dealers. The cake dealers, they are there, while the cake weavers, they are there. The dry season time, and there are a lot of material. But now, this is a time of flourish time, rain season. It's difficult for them to go to the forest and get this material and bring that to the highland and bring to Lagos. For this time around now, we're short of material, we're short of material, because it's not easy for them to go to the forest. Because now this is a florid time when water cover everywhere. You see, so hardly we can get maybe in a month we are managed to get about let's say three strips, full 911, or maybe 2 trailers of material. Then when you get the material, you know how to manage it until when other material will come. Here you can see there are many students, graduates that are here. I can measure them. They're up to 20 here who finish school as a graduate, but they don't have no job to them. They now come to us. Okay, can you do this work? Say, can you do this? Okay, fine. Oh yeah, go on. Then we now share those people. If it's 3 or 4, they okay, hey, you handle this man, teach him. If you can do this work, maybe if you are talented enough, under 9 months, 6 months to 9 months, you know the work already. If you can catch up very well. So by the time you learn this work, so this work you like it very well. For them, some of them, they just remain here without going to go look for a job here and there. So by the time you do this work, we just say, okay, now it is time for you to join the association. Join us. You are not more a journeyman. Learn this work. That becomes you're perfect already. Okay. You pay some mineral, 3 kg of mineral, some little things like that. Then you become a member. Here we don't task you must do this something like this or no. It depends what you have in your pocket. We don't say, okay, you madam, this is what you will do. Don't do this. No, we are not saying like that. When you have your money, if you know that you can do 100 shares, you do shares. If you say no, you want to do share, basket, this. Depends how your capacity carry. Tell them myself now. I know I only focus on shares, and in time of season of basket, of this hamper basket, and then I will not forget about the shares. I go for the hamper because I know that time of season of basket is already approached. So it's right time for me to know what I'm going to do for the basket, so that by the end of the year, I will know what I will gain from my hampers and my basket. Then after the season, I now come back again for my shares. Christmas now is now almost approaching. Then there are people who have to do hamper. Our customers, they need to do that for company, they do come for hamper. So that's for now, we are preparing for against December season. That's what I call season. Now, because most of the people now, they are not preparing their Christmas baskets, boxes, then other different hampers for the seasonal time. So if you have your money, you can start as earlier as you wish. But without the money, anytime you have the money, just do according to how your power is. A measure of our customers from the company, from different companies, they come here and buy our baskets from us, that's the time of the season aspect that time. But we talk about chairs, I talk about chairs. The same thing with some companies they used to come to. They're not the hotels. Hotels, they used to come here and order cane chair for cane dining, cane settee, cane bar, like that. So through this cane business, I'm able to train my children to the university level. The little one, the little church they have, they are graduates. You see? And they said I have my own building here in Lagos here. And in the village there, my building is here. I'm also speaking on the behalf of my people at the same time. It's only because none of them, they turn themselves to school, they graduate from this one, from there. Their parents don't even take care of them, but on their own, they turn themselves to this world. On their own, they might through this world. On their own, they have their own building, they have their own vehicle, the graduates that don't have jobs. They used to come to us, then we will receive them. We employ, because you cannot depend on the government alone. But look, the challenges we are facing, one, I know though Lagos is occupied, because one, we have been crying for our permanent sites. A permanent site. We have to talk about finance. When we don't have finance, it's as if we are after money. We are not after money yet, but we have a permanent site where we will say, this is where we are. This is the Ken village. You see, here we made it as a Ken village. Yeah, anywhere, you say, if you're near Abuja, say you go to village, you're Ken village. They say, go to Maryland, under the bridge of the Yanaro, that's Ken village. This is Ken village. But we need a permanent site. If the government can even assist us to give us a permanent site, we'll be very grateful. And the place which you're going to give us, it must be, I'm not forcing the government to say must to, but we are planning. But it should be around this facility. Because here is still measured by Kenville already. So maybe this area, Lowland here. Because not that we say, okay, fair, you will not go to Ekpe. Who will go to Ekpe and buy a care from you? Nobody. Or then you go to Badagry. Who go to Badagry? Nobody. You see? Or you go to maybe outskirts of Lagos. Nobody will go there. But when you say Maryland here, anybody will come here. Anybody will come here. But if government can able, we have a lot of space here. Because if you do the other side, my left side, my side, there's a space in that side. Go to the other side, there's a space. Then go to New Guys, which is the side of the side, New Guys there, there's a space which the government can build it for us, develop it, and make that place a kind of Lagos State tourism, as a tourism center, of which anybody that can go there and feed their eyes of different kinds of works, which we are doing, designs, this and that. So if the government can assist us for that, we'll be very grateful.
Now on StarTimes channel 465 is your #1 Christian and lifestyle channel, Love World Plus, meeting all your entertainment needs, trending, dedications, joyride, celebrity lounge, video tales, and so much more. For those of you who love current affairs, we've got you covered. News focus, strictly politics, the agenda, u.gov, and so on. Be sure to always be in the know with our informative programs, as we also get you settled with amazing documentaries like A Day in Your Neighborhood, Discover Africa. These will blow your mind. The youths and kids are not left out, as we have created a platform for them to speak, learn, and have fun. And to crown it all, we serve fresh, hot, and sizzling foods to feed your spirit, soul, and body. That is Pastor's Programs. There's never a dull moment with us. So make it a date on channel 465 as we take you on a smooth journey to cater to all your needs. Love World Plus, channel 465 on StarTimes.
Okay, it is still a day in your neighborhood, and I am at the Kane Village here in Mende, Maryland, Lagos, Nigeria. And I'm at a section of the Kane Village, and on this side of the Kane Village, we have men working with rattan, and they are working on a piece of furniture. But I'll be telling you people exactly what the rattan is, so we'll get more insight from this man. Hello, good afternoon.
You're welcome. I'm fine.
Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about what you're working on, what this is? Can you tell me what you're working on right now?
Yes, I'm working on the chair. The name of the material is called rattan because it is rubber. It can stretch. It can be in rain 24/7. It can be in sun 24/7. That's the reason why it's different from cane. So as it is like this, we use stapler. That's the pin. Then we use air compressor. So through this air compressor, it pumps air to the gun. Then we use the stapler to hold every piece of it to make sure it stay okay. So that's how we use the rattan.
But I can see that this particular furniture, unlike the cane, you use cane all through, maybe just a little piece of wood here and there. But here you're making use of iron. Why are you making use of iron?
The reason we are making use of iron is because it is outdoor product. Then by the time we use iron, it will make it more solid. Then after we use iron to do the frame, then we also use anti-rust to rub it so that we can be in rain 24/7. Yes, that's the reason why it's different from the cane and of the rattan. The frame of the cane is of wood. We use nail for that one, while this one is metal. That's the difference between the wood and the cane.
Okay. So that's the difference. The cane structure, you use wood, but for the rattan structure, you have to use a metal to support it. And how long, for example, this kind of a piece of furniture like this, how long does it take you to put this together?
Well, it takes a little process because first of all, after buying the iron, then we take it to the welder. The welder we weld it. After welding it, then we come to paint it. After painting it, then let me say, for the weaving like this, it will take just, let me say, 2 days.
So tell us, when the welder returns it, what next?
Well, when the welder returns it, then we do our own work on it by weaving it. You can see as we are doing it, we do it step by step to the finishing aspect. So that's how we produce it. Then when it comes to design, it is we that take the design to the customer, to the welder. Then when the customer says, okay, this is the type of design I want, we take it to the customer, to the welder. Then after the welder weld it, we look at it, it's okay. Then we do our own personal work on it by weaving it.
Whatever design you do, how long does it take for you to weave and finish it like it's ready for delivery for the customer?
Well, it's a process because once it comes to a chair like that, I can tell you that one may take 2 to 3 days. When it comes to this one may take you 2 to 3 days. But when it comes to a single, it's 1 day work. After the weather, it's 1 day work. Like that one now, if you sit down in a day, you can be able to finish it, let me say, a day without no disturb. You can do it in a day. But when there is disturb, you can do it in 2 days.
So if a customer comes and says, oh, I would like to have a set, a dining table set, how long does it take you to get it back to the customer?
Well, this our work is not a one-person work. It's a division of labor. You understand? So when customer orders such work, that's where you get more workers. You understand? Like as you can see us here, we are about 5 here. There are still other people at the back working as well. Sometimes once the work comes, we have more people, like 15, 20 people, to make the work faster. Once the customer comes, okay, I want this set of chair, or I want another set, or I want like 20, 15 set of chair. It's okay. Give us 3 weeks. That 3 weeks, once the weather frame it, leave the rest for us.
Let's ride together, we can take the world now. Let's move together, we can spread the world now. Take you all over the globe and the end now. Aye, aye, aye. Together we can grow, we can climb the ladder. Together we can build, we be strong forever. Together we can fly, the battle is over.
This is another section of the Cane Village here in Maryland, Lagos, Nigeria, and I am with Chima, who is working with the raffia and the cane. So Chima, tell me, what are you trying to do right now?
I'm trying to lose the raffia for my brother to make use of it. And what he's doing is totally in a hole. It's called an hamper. Yes, it's hamper, and mix up with raffia marine rope, and the cane. Yeah.
Okay, so why do you have to mix all of this together?
To bring out the beauty of the hamper himself.
So is it just for the hamper that you use the marine rope, the raffia, and the cane?
No, we use it for the chair as well, but we don't use the marine rope for the chair. It's just the raffia alone for the chair. And if you want to do another chair, use only cane. You don't mix raffia and cane and this one together. You just use raffia, finish.
Okay, so if you want to make a hamper, how do you start?
First of all, you do the framing, which is this. This is the framing of the work. Then after the framing, then you roll it. After the rolling, you prepare your. Yes.
Why do you have to?
You will tie. This one is a corner tying for the frame not to lose. Then you will now roll it with raffia to cover up the wood for insect not to penetrate. Then after rolling it, then you prepare your spoke.
So when you're done setting that spoke, this is what we're going to have. So this is the spoke. It has already been set like this. Okay. So I can see that you started with using the raffia. Why did you start with the raffia?
I start with the raffia because this is the type of design we need. So after using it, it gives us that plain one there. So that is different design.
So you use the raffia first,
Yes.
then you use the cane.
I finish with the raffia
Why did you have to put the marine rope like this?
because it's design. It gives us design. This is called zigzag. We call it zigzag design.
Okay.
So we use it so that we make the thing beautiful.
So how long does it take you to weave with all this material?
It doesn't take much time. It depends of how you can be fast about it. So if you are the type of person that is very fast, it will take you just a minute and some seconds.
1 minute. This is the fastest fastest weaving I've heard today. 1 minute. Okay, so this is the final product.
We call it shambos. Yeah.
Why is what is shonbos?
It's form of boss. So if you see it like this, it's boss. But why we call it shambos is because of the display, but they are not the same. That's why we call it
Oh,
shambos.
they are not the same.
No, the up and the down is not the same. Because it's like triangle.
Okay. So it's like this.
Yes. The one that we call boss, that's the one that we call boss.
Okay, the box.
That one.
Okay, so what exactly, when you are done with the whole weaving, like I can see that this one is done, well, how do you cover up the space? What do you put here?
There's landing, we call it landing. Yes, after covering it, then we will not turn it and put boss inside. I mean plyboard.
The ply board.
Yes, we put plyboard inside. So that is, then we will not put handle and roll the handle with this marine rope.
We also have plain raffia, just like this one. The only cane in this is just the spoke. The other thing are just raffia and the frame. That's only what we have here. Then this is a spiral chair used by only cane, but they don't weave it. We only tie. Yes, this is how it comes, and then you just put the foam on the backrest. And then to prepare this one, like he said, to prepare this one, it takes a long time. But it's just the weaving that doesn't take a long time. You start from this. This is the rocking. This is the rocking. From the rocking, after scraping it, you turn it to this. You turn it to this.
How do you turn it to this?
After scraping it, you start opening it one by one. You start opening it one by one. After doing that, then you prepare the spoke, which is this. This one. After this one, then after the spoke, then you set the spoke from here, and then use this one that you've already made, and then start the weaving. Like he said, the weaving can only take 6 hours. It depends on how fast you are.
Okay, so now I want to ask, between the weaving, the preparation of this chair, and that of this particular chair, which is the raffia chair, which takes longer time?
This one takes longer time. This one can take maybe like 5 days.
Wow, 5 days. Wow.
Fat, because the raffia is so tiny.
Thank you. I've learned so much. Okay, so you wanted to show me something.
Yes. Like this one, this is just one raffia. This the raffia that we got to produce this. We can use.
Okay, so this is one.
Yes, it's one.
Okay, so how much does it cost?
It's 250 per one.
Okay, so how many of this would you use to make a chair?
It will be up to 50 or more than.
Wow.
We buy 20 per bundle. It's bundle. Like this now, they will tie it 20.
So 20 in a bundle.
Yes. And we don't got it here in Nigeria. It's manufactured in Togo.
We have 3 colors of. No, we have. Let's say assume we have 4 colors. The first color we make by ourselves is we make a red colors. We also make a green colors. So we also make a yellow color. But there are some customers who demand for purple colors. So now we need a color mix up. That is why we mix a red and green together to give us a purple color. But the major color we have is green and red, but that is Christmas color.
This food, the name is Akomu. So Akomu. This willow. Brazen with willow. Yes, it's the bigger king. This is for the stand and this is for the brazen. You can see it. So
Pour the wine inside, or you can.
No. We are going to buy this from us. They'll pour honey inside to give the in-law. But they always demand for 2 bottles of honey and 4 bottles of wine.
2 bottles of honey.
And 4 bottles of wine. You will remove the frames. So first you have a perfect shape. That is why we are using frame.